Hello humans, this is Random Visage and welcome to the Random channel. Today going to be continue playing Untold. This is part 10, I believe. This is part 10. And we are in the prison. Last time we saved Rashleen. I mean, we technically didn't save her just yet. We just gave her the antidote. Now we are waiting for her to recover. And we are supposed to take care of the prison guards. So we're going to go kill some prison guards so that we can get the crew to get out of here. They were really weak. I'm not sure if they can do the crew work unless they rest for a couple of days. We'll see. Go back to the previous cell block. Run to the antechamber. Go to the west wing. Open the door. Walk to the next cell block. So here's the guard, and we're gonna ambush him this time. You hide in the shadows until the prison guard walks by. Attack from rear. So 17, hell damn. Catching him by surprise, your attack inflicts a wound between his shoulder blades. Staggering, the hooded swordsman reaches for his weapon. How much health do I have? I have 64, so that's a good chunk of his health. Yeah, that's like 1/3. Done. Easy peasy, didn't take much. 25 experience, 5 gold, iron swords and bandages, nice. What did I do? You break his neck. Twisted by violent convulsion, the prison guard collapsed on the stone floor. Let's see. Iron broadsword. This is 7 to 9, 13. Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon, but not for me. I'll just eat some apple or something. Do I have apples? I guess not. I don't know what this is for. Where's the apple? Where's the food at? I think I should have an apple. Yeah. There we go, that should do it. Let's see. Look around. You're standing in the corner between two hallways in the west wing of the prison. There are guards around for the time being. Go to the first cell block. Go to the next cell block. Prison cells. Turn back. Prison cells. Examine the prisoners. Malnourished. Yeah. Return to the antechamber. Now we're going to enter the warden's office, which is going to be tricky to say the least. I'll just save it here. Enter the warden's office. You step inside the office, closing the door behind you. The prison warden sits at his desk reading a scroll by candlelight. So far he seems oblivious to your presence. Look around. It's a small office. The wall behind the desk is adorned with several hunting trophies taken from wolves, bears, mountain lions. A prison ledger has been placed on the shelf nearby. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to save, and I'm going to approach him, and I'm going to talk to him instead of ambushing him. What's behind? Let's take a prison ledger first. I want to see what the prison ledger has. You grab the prison ledger from the shelf. This is going to be crucial. Actually, I could have come here before, so I'm guessing I'm supposed to come here before and get an idea of where Rashleen is by looking into the prison ledger. I'm guessing that's what this is. Yeah. Slave poacher, slave trespasser, pirate captain, this and that. There's nothing too important, just trespassers and heretics and whatnot. Really. Where's Rashleen? Forget where there she is. Nomad mercenary, armed intruder. So vacant. Yeah, this is random shit. So no need to read all this. So I'm gonna save this again. Actually, I'm saving up a storm. Approach the warden. Wearing the green cloak, you approach the prison warden. Having glanced in your direction, he turns his attention to the scroll in front of him. Observe the warden. Square-jawed, robust, middle-aged man, prison warden seems like a capable warrior. He wears chainmail armor underneath his green cloak. Talk to him. Your cover is blown. The prison warden gets up from his chair, clutching the hilt of his broadsword. This is it, imposter. Yeah. I guessed as much. Let's load it. I guessed as much. Okay, so we are going to approach the warden, observe the warden, and we're going to sneak up on him. Quietly circumventing his desk, you move in the shadows behind the warden. So far, his concentration remains unbroken. I can pick his pocket later. I don't need to pick his pocket right now, you know. Fuck it. Let's pick his pocket. Oh, you got the master key. You steal a heavy iron key from the prison warden. Yeah, I don't need this now. Oh, maybe it opens all the doors up top. Highly doubt it that they would make it that easy, but perhaps it opens there. But otherwise, what's the point? I will just leave the island, so I could never come back to open those gates anyway. I feel like that's what this opens. So let's attack the warden. You just 5 health. How strong is he? Holy shit. You know what? I'm gonna use a fucking bandage. I don't wanna take any risks with this. You attack from the rear, failing to breach the chainmail arm. I should have gone for the head. He grabs you by the neck, throws you across the room, unsheathing his broadsword. The prison warden approaches. Fight. Fucking hell, he fucking manhandled my ass. So okay, so what the sweep does is not that strong actually. 60 experience, 73 gold, master key, bronze sword. I already had the master key, fucking hell. So he was not that strong. I mean, I thought I would be like fucking jacked as shit, like he would kill me in a single blow or something, considering he threw me across the room apparently, but not that strong. The strongest opponent I've faced so far, I think, is the wolf thingy underneath in the underworld. In the last one we were playing, you deliver the death blow, drenched in blood. The prison warden howls in torment. Catch your breath. There's no cleaning up this mess. The dead prison warden lies in a pool of blood in front of you. Examine the desk. Return to the antechamber. Examine the desk. The marble desktop is littered with scrolls, all of which seem to concern the logistics of warfare. Examine the desk. Nothing. Return to the antechamber. Apparently, leave the prison. Approach. I'm gonna kill these guys too. Actually, sneak attack. You sneak up on one of the prison guards and attack him from rear. Having caught him by surprise, you inflict a serious wound in the back of his head. The young guardsman falls to his knees. One more strike and he's done for. Aim for the head. Having slain the first prison guard, you are immediately confronted by the second enraged. The swordman attacked. Okay. Let's see. Old prison guard. I highly doubt he's capable of stopping me. So sweep attack works like I do a sweep attack and then I do a normal attack, and that's what combines the attacks to be really strong. You leveled up. Bronze sword, this and that. Small stuff. I'm guessing that's for agility characters. Let's get some more charisma. I would like to have everything at 3. You have killed the second prison guard. The bloodstained corridor seems quiet. Look around. The prison entryway is unguarded, at least for the time being. Proceed. Enter the prison. Let's go to the east wing. Open the door. Talk to the next one. Talk to Rashleen. Rashleen sits on the floor in her prison cell. She seems to have recovered to some extent. Any progress? I've handled the prison guards. 25 experience. Handle the prison guard. Dusk Megalith. The scarred nomad stands up. Let's get moving. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have done this. Rashleen was injured by the prison Tavro. Yeah, we did all this. Handle the prison guard. The prison guard has been with Rashleen. Should be informed. I delivered the antidote. Yeah, I already did all this. So we are done with Dusk Megalith as a whole quest of finding the antidote in Dusk Megalith. We found 3 places we could get the antidote. One is locked because the game just, perhaps, whatever reason it could be, but just locked. Whatever. So let's free the prisoners. Let's save actually before we free the prisoners. Who knows what's about to happen. Free the prisoners. One by one, you release the prisoners from their cells. Confuse the pale men and women join the growing procession behind you. As you walk down the dungeon hallways, Rashleen makes sure that the prisoners keep quiet. Leave the prison. You having freed all the prisoners, you head upstairs to the living quarters. Rashleen keeps everyone in line as the procession walks down the corridor. Walk to the harbor. Rashleen loses control over the crowd. The prison swarms the harbor, rushing towards the ship. Atto Triastine, the deserter, stands in their way, having drawn his longbow. Observe. He blows. Listen up. No one will be left behind, but you must proceed in an orderly fashion. You hear me? Begrudgingly, the desperate prisoners comply. Approaching the ship, right? Yeah, that's the more appropriate way. It would be problematic if they just run around. Aren't there druids present in this position? Why is no one coming to like attack us or something? Desperate prisoners comply. Approaching the ship, Rashleen looks over her shoulder and says, "Come on, let's go. Follow her." Silence reigns on the yeah. Let's approach the merchant. Carrying his luggage at the lone merchant meets you halfway. Atto Triastine told me about your plans. May I board the ship? It'll cost you. The merchant gives you a pouch full of gold. You'll find me aboard the galley. Don't expect me to put in too much work. I'm an old man after all. Takes his luggage and walks to the ship. Yeah, that makes sense because he is fucking. He was so about like antidote of money. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's asking for money, but I'm also going to ask for money if he's asking for money. Farewell. Let's explore the harbor, lighthouse. Enter the lighthouse. Look up. Go back outside. Approach the warehouse. Inside. Go back outside. Explore the harbor. Let's do this. Let's go to the tavern one last time. Go back downstairs. Go back outside. Now I want to see what happens to this guy. Open the door. I can't. Go up. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Talk to him. The frail opium fiend stares at you nervously. What now? Join us aboard the ship. Okay, so I got 20 experience from saving him. I guessed as much that we would get something from saving him. RV Graker seemed baffled by your generosity. He smiles which is an awful sight to behold. I won't forget this stranger. See you later. Go back upstairs. Go back upstairs. Climb down. Let's save it one last time. We got shit ton of gold, by the way. 435. Last time we were just going for like, oh damn man, I could get just like 80 gold or 100 gold. That would be awesome. This is way too easy this time around. Approach the ship. Board the ship. The crowd of impatient prisoners have already taken their place behind the oars. Atto Triastine, the deserter, approaches when you board the ship. Ready when you are, captain. Leave the ship, actually. I just remembered. If I have the master key, can I perhaps... as you're about to enter the passageway, you see, where are you going? We have to leave, turn back. Okay, so we cannot leave. Okay, board the ship. I was thinking maybe I could go back and open the fucking rooms, perhaps. But for when do you open the rooms? We just leave. Let's go. You heard the captain. Let's go. Pale and malnourished, the former prisoners muster all their strength to set the galley in motion. The oar starts rowing, and a unified roar echoes across the sea of twilight as the ship departs from the mountainous cove of Port Spire. Atto Triastine asks, what's your destination? Town of Set. 100 experience, leave the island, shipwrecked. Wow, bang the drum. Yachts steer westward. Having shouted these orders, the old druid turns back to you. It says, a voice choice, captain. Why, thank you. I've just got this from Rashleen. It's not really my choice, to be honest. I don't even know much. Apparently, I just know nothing. At least Rashleen remembers something. Leave the island. We finally did this. Now we just have Stingray and Affliction of Mind that we need to deal with. Get the parasite out of our head. What do you say that? Row of Island is a backwater region, perfect for exiles. The fishermen of Set are likely to accept us without asking questions. Besides, it's not too far. The journey will take about 3 days. I see. Your comrade rests in the captain's quarters. She wanted to have a word with you. Let's save. Right here. Inspect the crew first. A motley. I almost read motherly crew. I was like, motherly crew? A motley crew. If there ever was one. 30 people have manned the oars. 2 former imprisoned druids have assumed other roles. Vaughn the traitor bangs the drum, while Yat Fenray the fool is at the helm. Give or take, a dozen crewmen are allowed to relax in the shade for now. Go to the captain's quarters. The captain's quarters can be found in the back of the ship. Having opened the door, you enter the sparsely furnished cabin. Look around. There's a table and a chair next to the sturdy bed. Rashleen lies curled up on the bedroll, wrapped in a blanket. The nomad is shivering. Have a seat. As you sit down in the chair, Rashleen becomes aware of your presence. Drenched in cold sweat, the nomad struggles to speak. There you are. You did well, my friend. How are you feeling? Terrible, to be honest. According to Atto Rashleen, it's likely that I'll never fully recover because the poison was allowed to linger for too long. I tried my best. I actually want to save this because I feel like because it's a bottom choice is going to tried my best. Don't blame yourself. I was reckless as always. The gods punish mortals as they see fit, which is why I never liked them to begin with. Something on your mind? She replies, yeah, I suppose I have a confession to make. Let's hear it. Where to begin? Knowing that your mind is afflicted, I have to ask, are you familiar with the plight of the nomads? No, actually. Times are hard for the nomads of Termkiris. Yeah, I get a little bit of what's happening with Termkiris, but I'm not too sure. So I would like to know from her. Times are hard for nomads of Termkiris. Our suffering is twofold. The rising city-states devour the ancestral lands of our people. The abolition of slavery gave rise to black market fed by the slave poachers who hunt our kind as we remain unprotected by the law. Okay, so this is what's happening. I get it. So basically, there's like an empire, and they found new lands and new islands where people were living, and they're like, okay, so these people are not under our protection. So they abolished slavery, as you know, society would, as they move forward. But the slave watchers are like, these guys are not protected by the laws because they're not under the empire or whatever. So we might as well just, you know, grab them as slaves. So I guess that's what's happening. That's interesting. I understand. She nods. Do you know about the recent war in Ferris Woodland? Fenris Woodlands? Is that the Woodlands? No. My homeland was the last refuge of the nomads on the western highlands of Temkiris. For more than a century, my people resisted the city wall of Roburg. Last year, there was a massive uprising. We struggled to convict the occupying forces from Fenris Woodlands once and for all. Those are the fucking masked people. What are they called? Cultist. I feel like those are the cultists, but I'm not too sure what happened. We lost, she sighs. The Roburg militia gave us a choice: exile, conscription, or death. Most were exiled to the deathlands of Trinset. Some chose death and were executed on the spot. A few traitors became soldiers of militia. Okay, so you can either get exiled to a no man's land where you'll probably die, but up to your luck, I guess. Conscription, we will join the enemy army, and lastly, just, you know, death. A few traitors. What did you do? I was already on the run. Their triumphant ritual of humiliation was described to me afterwards. Oh, they ran away. She ran away, I guess. Understand? My tribe was always the most militant and independent among the nomads in the Fenris Woodlands. When our lands have been conquered by the city-states of Roburg, I had no trouble adapting to life as a fugitive. Go on. Why am I saying right to the point? I was making a living as a mercenary in the town of Sickle. When I settled a blood feud between rival families, my ruthless efficiency caught the attention of a crime lord named Mantis. He approached me in a tavern wearing a black cloak. Get to the point. Relax, we have plenty of time on our hands. Rashline coughs. As I was saying, the crime lord named Mantis approached me. Maybe we can give her. I just remember we have so many different types of like things to drink and shit. Maybe we can give something to her. Maybe that will fix her properly. As I was saying, the crime lord named Mantis approached me. Attached to his black cloak was a silver brooch, just like the one you found on the beach. The stingray? That's right. That's exactly right. At the time, the symbol seemed vaguely ominous, unable to recall where I had seen it before. I dismissed my suspicion, accepted his job offer. You work for them? It's the unfortunate truth. Much like yours, my mind is afflicting. Unlike you, I've had plenty of time to reflect and put my broken memories back in order. So she's been around for a while on that island, apparently. The affliction of the mind is what delayed the confession, nothing else. Tell me what happened. Long story short, I did a few jobs for Mantis, murder for hire, extortion, that sort of thing. The targets were rival factions in the opium trade. Having done similar work for the other smuggling networks in the past, I had no qualms about my employees until the true nature was revealed. Go on. Business relationship turned sour when I rendezvoused with Mantis on the Arrowhead Peninsula, where his crew had a secret harbor. They were waiting for me, standing in front of a caravel. The stingray was embezzled across the purple sails. Mantis invited me to come aboard the caravel. Rashline nods. I'm not sure what a caravel is. I've heard of a caravan, but I don't know what a caravel is. I've gained his trust. I'm guessing boat caravan. I had gained his trust aboard the ship. Mantis showed me the caged prisoners. He revealed some facts about the organization, explaining how slaves and opium were their bread and butter. I was offered to join on the condition that I round up a few slaves. Wait, so we are okay with murdering and killing, but we are not okay with rounding up slaves? Really? Naturally, I refused, and they put you in the cage. That's right. I know what they did to us aboard the caravel. Whatever they did, the purpose was to bury their secrets. I was wrestled with the stingray in the realm of thoughts. I know certain things. These things can now be brought to life. Tell me what you know. I remember when I first saw the accursed symbol. You see, my tribe roamed in the western part of the Fenris Woodlands, a place where Talonbark, a place called Talonbark Ridge. When slavery was abolished, a clan of slave masters built a secret fortress in the region. The stingray was represented in their coats of arms. So basically, it's a slave trade. I was thinking it's like going to some massive organization that's like thinking of overthrowing the fucking kingdom or like killing everyone or something like that. But I guess it's a simple trade slave organization. I guess that makes sense. Simple things make sense sometimes. Let me remove this off the screen. It's probably just bothering everyone. There we go. Let's see. What was the name of this clan? What is it? The exact symbol. What else do you know? Okay, what is the name of the clan? We never knew. Besides, this was before my time. As the story goes, their slave poachers were relentless. My people drove them out. As a child, I roamed the secret fortress where I laid eyes on the heraldic symbol. What is it? What is the same exact symbol? Why is it written like that? No, the silver brooch depicts one stingray, while the coat of arms has two of them. For my ancestor, it signified the risk of enslavement. For me, it was merely a faint echo of a violent past. What else do you know? Simple experience, find out what the symbol means. Before I was imprisoned aboard the caravan, Mantis revealed the name of the organization, the Kiris Cartel. He also explained that he had business to conduct on Roe Island. Just finished another part of this. So now we're supposed to investigate the Kiris Cartel and find the Mantis crime lord. So what did exactly I do? Roe Island. Indeed, that's what we are headed. That's where we are headed. Unless we are mistaken, the caravel took a detour to drop him off on a beach not far from town of Sed. Trembling, she adds, "These memories are painful. I need to rest. You should do the same, comrade. Leave her alone." Exhausted, Rashleen falls asleep without delay. You sit alone in the captain's quarters, pondering what you have learned. It's been a long day. Go to bed. I have full health anyway. Lulled to sleep by the monotonous rhythm of the drum, you dream of the people and places from distant past. When you wake up, the drum has turned silent. And we're going to find out why the drum has turned silent in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. This was certainly fun. We finally left the island, so now we have to take out pretty much crime organization. I highly doubt it's going to be one of those where I just get my information, like what happened to me, and then I just leave. Maybe, I don't know, be together with Rashleen or something, some cringy shit like that, which would be pretty cool as well, I guess. I mean, it's fine. So what I'm wondering is, I'm guessing we have to take the fucking entire organization down at some point. I highly doubt the game would be like, okay, you know what, just get your personal information out, what happened to you, and just do whatever you want, because that wouldn't make any sense, because, how would the game proceed then? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. The link in the description to my Twitter. Go follow me there. There's also a link to my Patreon. You can go check my shit out. Bye-bye.